Yaakov, you got my text today?
Yeah, I don't know what you were talking about. I don't know if you were making a joke or you were serious.
No. My thing is, what's the Shiloh?
Of course it's a shayla. It's no good.
You said it's no good?
It's no good. You wanted to say it's good. Of course it's no good.
No. There's two things separating the pot.
No, it's not.
Why not? There's a pot on top of the pot.
No, it's
Hello.
the steam is going straight in.
Naftali now. You get patched.
Yeah, what?
Where were you?
I couldn't. My wife had PTA.
After all of that.
I know. 2 weeks. I would love to be locked out of another place. It's great.
Come on,
Paris has another excuse to quote Hitler.
Landau, I got no problem locking you out. I promise you that.
He knows he's doing something wrong. Wait till I come to Paris' house and the door will be locked.
Hey, I can see you ready?
Hold on.
Okay, fine.
Like my kid stole the iPad, so I gotta.
What do you need?
I have to pull up the review. Yeah.
You want to open up something? We did.
Parrot, you started the recording?
Today.
Yes, Yosef, thank you.
What? Parrots, you sent out an invite to the guy I just sent you?
No, I don't think he has. I don't think he has WhatsApp. I'm trying to do it.
Yes. Of course he has WhatsApp.
And then maybe I don't know. I'm gonna try again.
All right, whatever it is. Okay, to review from yesterday.
So Yaakov, why don't you just give him my number?
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna try again. For some reason, I couldn't do it.
All right. Maybe Taka sent the wrong guy. Maybe. Hold on. Oh yeah, I gave you the wrong guy. That's why. Sorry about that. Yeah, we there, everybody? We put muted? Okay. Chazar from yesterday. So we had question if Beshami says that the bracha on wine really goes first, and then we ended up saying that there's a difference between havdala and kiddush. Havdala, we want to push off the actual havdala as late as possible, so we make the bracha on kiddush first. And kiddush, we want it to be as fast as possible, so that we make kiddush first. That's according to Beishamai. We pass on like this Hillel, so therefore we always make bracha on the wine first. Then we said drinking the wine from a kosher bracha, and halachas like that you can't drink from it, it's pogum. And then no drinking from it because it's pogum, right? The Machlokes if the hands get washed before pouring the wine or after pouring the wine. Then we said on Amud Beis, Machlokes if the napkin gets placed on the table or you place it on the chair, all tum and tara stuff. Then Machlokes if hands should be washed before sweeping, right? Because you're going to make the red on the floor no good. Explanation: Machlokes if bracha of fire or some goes first, and then the question is by havdala, is it bayrim areish or baram areish? Right? Yeah, I know. I don't know if just gets brought up because we discussed this about tashlumin, right? We like a couple of weeks ago we discussed that if you forget Yalav V'Yava, I can't even tell you how many people forgot Yalav V'Yava. I want to know what type of Shmoneh Esrei they daven tonight.
Oh my God!
Right?
What else you got?
If you got by mincha, or if you got by mincha yesterday, then Aaron Kaplan, you on there? Is Aaron Kaplan there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, baby.
You see that?
I thought Aaron Kaplan was learning how to pick locks.
You can tell you're giving share.
No, so this
No, answer it.
Anyways, if somebody forgot Yahweh, okay, that's not really the game. As anyways, this is not really synagogue. Okay. But anyways, if somebody forgot Yalav Yava yesterday by Mincha,
Unbelievable.
I'm sorry. If somebody forgot, how does it go? If somebody forgot today,
and then night where you have to
no, there was another shot that came up. What could it have been?
What? That's Yaakov. You forgot Yalav Yava today by Mincha?
No, then of course you daven 2 Yalav Yavas tonight. No, I was what it
Marav,
was.
No, because Yaakov, because tonight Mayim, because tomorrow's Yalav Yava.
No, somebody forgot to daven Mincha yesterday afternoon. So they were davening 2 Mayrims. Do they say Yalav Yava in both Mayrims?
Why not? Yesterday
First of all, I thought Mincha Marav.
Yesterday was Rosh.
Yesterday Mincha was not Rosh Chodesh.
I thought you don't daven 2 Maravs after Mincha.
What do you say?
I thought you don't daven 2 Maravs after Mincha because it's the next day.
No, of course you do. No, we paskin you do. The Gemara declares it, but the Gemara we paskin that you do.
Yaakov.
What if you forgot
Yes.
Yalav Yava Marav and you remember in the middle of a kind of talk?
Tiago, if you forgot to say Yalav Yava yesterday by Mincha after Shkia.
You go back there and say.
The what?
By Myron?
I didn't know what you said, Yosef.
Do you say Yalav Yava yesterday by Mincha if it was after Shkia?
After Shkia, no. Because we're
No.
Shach.
Oh, okay.
If you're able to daven Mincha, how can you say Yalav Yava?
If you forgot Yalav Yava by Myron both nights, you don't go back, right? You don't.
Ma'ariv, you don't go back. That's what we said. We discussed that about a week and a half
But
ago.
like kind of sort, if you remember, even by Myron, you go back.
Yes. Okay, Zog the Gemara, five lines up from the bottom, right? That's what we're up to?
We
Let's
are
see if
up
you forget how we
to
5 lines from the bottom.
Ein Mevorach and Bishleim.
If you forget Yalav Yava in the first Marav, and the one that's
No, then you would still
you
say
still
Yalav.
say Yalav Yava for the make
Yeah.
up, even though you weren't supposed.
You do 3 Shemines, you do it.
It's ironic.
Okay.
Not 3 shemanes, 2 shemanes. Okay, Ein Mevorach. Yeah, Bishlam and Ner. So we said you don't make a bracha on a Ner of a guy and some of a guy, right? So Bishlam and Ner, Mishlam Delay Shavas. The reason why you don't make a bracha on the Ner of a guy is because it didn't rest, which we're going to discuss in a minute, what that means, that it didn't rest. Because it can get confusing with what it means, a Ner Shashavas by Yom Kippur, right? It's not the same meaning. By Yom Kippur, we say a Ner Shashavas is, by Yom Kippur, you need to have a candle that was lit over the entire Yom Kippur. Because the reason why we light a candle on Matzah Yom Kippur for havdala is not because of the reason we light a candle on Matzah Shabbos. On Matzah Shabbos, it's because that's when fire was created. Okay? On Matzah Yom Kippur, we make havdala not because it's similar to Shabbos, but just because we want to show that fire was asr the whole Shabbos, the whole Yom Kippur. Right? So Matzah Shabbos, we were trying to show that fire was created. But if it was a fire that a guy used the whole Shabbos, so then that's not showing that fire was created. Right? So therefore you cannot use a geis. So the Gemara says, Bishlam and Nebushim Delay Shavas. It didn't rest over Shabbos. El Psamim my time alike. So how come you can't use a Psamim of a guy? So Amar Rabbi Yehuda Amar Rav, Hachav Masibas Avdei Kechavim Maskinon. We're talking about a Masiba of Avdei Kechavim, if Nesha Stam Masibas Avdei Kechavim, Lavai Dezara. Since a Stama get together of a guy is Avai Dezara. Right? So therefore you can't use it. But the Seifa says you don't make a bracha on a ner and psalm of avodah zara. That means in the Reisha, then you're not, meaning there were 2 times the Mishnah discussed 2 types of guy. He said you're not allowed to use candles of psalm of a guy, and then later on it said you're not allowed to use candles of psalm of avodah zara. So clearly they both can't mean avodah zara. Then why are you teaching 2 cases, right? Again, there must be that the Reisha is not talking about avodah zara. So Reb Chanina Masura, Ma Tam Komer. It's the reason. The Seifa is just telling us the reason. Ma Tam Hinuvarchan Loyal and Never Loyal Samim Shal Akum. Why can't you make a bracha on a candle and on some of a guy? Because Stam Masiba of a guy is Avodah Zara. So talking about an Orsha Shabbos, a light that rested over Shabbos, meaning it wasn't used. Mavarchan Alav. You make a bracha. And if it's Shaloi Shabbos, but it didn't rest, you don't make a bracha. Right? So my Shabbos and my Loi Shabbos. What does it mean, a light that rested over Shabbos and that didn't rest over Shabbos? If you're saying that it didn't rest because of malacha, even if it's from malacha teira, meaning if you had a heter to turn on this candle on Shabbos, so and you're still not allowed to use that candle. For example, Tanya, that can't be because we learned in the Brisa, if there's a fire that belonged to a chaya, chaya does not mean a wild animal. A chaya means a woman not a doula, I guess a midwife, right? So they needed a light, so that's sakonas nefashis, and a chayla also needs a light, so you're allowed to turn on the light. So those lights were turned on. I'm saying light, but it would mean fire. We're saying that fire was turned on beheter, and you are allowed to make havdala. So then, what does the Gemara mean that you can only make havdala on a ner that rested over Shabbos? It means that if you could not have done an avera with it. An ashoshes, which is a lamp inside a glass that was lit a whole day. On Motzei Shabbos, you are allowed to make the bracha on it because it was lit a whole day and it wasn't lit on Shabbos. But if it would be lit on Shabbos, you would not be able to use it unless it was lit beheter, which is now going to bring us to why you're not allowed to use fire from a guy.
So it doesn't mean that it's from the guy; it just means that it was done be'isr.
What?
Correct. It's not the shot that it was the guy who lit it. It was the shot that was done be'isr. Could have been a yid that lit it. It would still be.
But Naftali, where are you going? That's fine. What?
It could be a yid lit it. It's nothing to do with being a guy. That's the issue. It's because it was lit be'isr on shot.
Correct. But a guy is going to be the same thing. Because look about it. Yeah. Let's see about it. Tanarabana. Nachri shidluk mi Yisrael. You have a guy who lit a candle from a Yisrael. The Yisrael shidluk mi Nachri, and the Yisrael.
Jacob, it's mamish continuation from our bishul shir.
Oh, very good. I hear that. Very good. Yeah. There is no delay, so you're allowed to answer Amen, by the way. As far as I know, there's no delay.
We're all on mute.
I don't have to hear your Amen. Yeah? And we're going to discuss that anyways in the Amud base. A guy lights a fire from a Yisrael. The Yisrael shidlik min nachri, and Yisrael that lights from a nachri. You can make a bracha on it. You can use that for havdala. Nachri min nachri ain't mevarchan alav, but a guy taking a fire from a guy, then we're not allowed to use that for havdala. Ma'ishno nachri min nachri delay. How come you can't take a guy from a guy? Mishum delay Shabbos, because probably that fire was lit on Shabbos. Yisrael min nachri nami. So if that's the case, so how can Yisrael take a fire from a guy? The chayr that guy's fire was also lit on Shabbos, right? Holoi Shabbos, it didn't rest. And if you're going to say, and this is an interesting concept, if you're going to say that a flame constantly rejuvenates and it's new, meaning so the fire that was lit by the guy on Shabbos has gone. The new fire that you got from it is already a new fire, and this is a new one, so therefore it's not considered a fire that was burned on Shabbos. And it was born in the Yisrael's hand. This we learned in the Brisa. If somebody carries a fire, a flame, to Rosh Hashanah, now in order to be chayiv, and this we're going to see Be'ez Hashem in 2 weeks when we start Shabbos, in order to be chayiv for carrying from Rosh Hashanah, you have to pick it up in Rosh Hashanah and put it down in Rosh Hashanah. So, but if you say the flame constantly becomes new, so the flame that you picked up in Rosh Hashanah never made it to Rosh Hashanah, and the flame that you carry to Rosh Hashanah is a new flame, right? But yet they have to go. What?
Why don't you just ask me nothing but nothing?
Well, it's gonna say. So this that it says you carry out Rosh Hashanah is chayiv. Amai chayiv? Why are you chayiv? Masha akar lo hiniach. What you picked up, meaning the flame you picked up in Rosh Hashanah, you didn't put down lo hiniach Rosh Hashanah. Umashaniach lo yakar, and what you placed, you didn't pick. What you placed down Rosh Hashanah, you didn't pick it up. In 2 weeks, please, the Olam should remember this. We're gonna say, when did we have this? Okay. So let's try to remember.
A very partial case. If a nachri minachri is usher, so why did they ask straight up from a nachri minachri?
What's going to let's see about that.
Right, it's metaris, but it's asking from a different makar.
What's the problem?
We're
saying is that maybe a guy, you can take a fire from a guy that was lit on Shabbos, because the fire that the yid gets is a new entity. It's not the flame may have started from a guy on Shabbos, and now that the yid took it, it's a new entity. Okay. So the Gemara is saying it can't be a new entity, because the Gemara says someplace else that in Beya, that when you're chayiv if you carry a flame from Rosh Hashanah to Rosh Hashanah. How could you be chayiv? It's a new flame.
Why is it a new one?
because it's just a fire. No, but even within the fire itself, it's constantly making new. It's not what the fire that was there before is not there now, right?
Okay.
So we don't say that, right? So therefore, you shouldn't be able to take a fire from a guy.
You should not be.
Correct. So we say Elohim to Yisura Nami Isa. Really, it's talking about Isur also.
What do you mean? A guy can't light a fire for you?
You cannot have a guy light a fire. You cannot make havdala on a fire that was lit by a guy. Yeah, that's what the Gemara is saying. And that's
let's say what yomtiv is it that you take the candle that's from the thing, use it for havdala?
Only when Yom Tov falls out on a Motzei Shabbos.
And let's say that was lit by a guy on Shabbos because it went out.
Yom Kippur.
What?
In Yom Kippur, no?
Well, Motzei Yom Kippur, you need the fire to last the whole Yom Kippur. That's different from the Motzei Shabbos.
But if it doesn't,
right. So let's say it goes out let's say it goes out and a guy lights in Yom Kippur.
No good. You're not allowed to use it.
No good.
What?
The whole mahalach of the Gemara would just destroy the whole thing of Bishul Akum and the Yid lighting the fire, right?
Why? You mean if
I light the fire and then he's continuing to cook, it's a new fire every second. It's not as if I started. Right?
Yeah, you mean why doesn't the Gemara ask from Bishul Akum?
But you already had Bishul from the Yid.
Maybe there you just has to originate. Okay, I hear your point. Very good. Very good. Okay, anyways, let's go back. Ella lo'elam tisura nami isa. Really, there is isur. And when are you making a bracha? You're making on the new flame that's mutter. So if that's the case, so the new flame that was lit from the old flame, so it's mutter. So nami. Really? So then why can't you take from a guy from a guy? Right? It's a new flame. The new flame wasn't in existence before, even though the flame was lit on Shabbos. The new flame you got from him is new. So the Gemara says, yes, you're right. But the gezerim shum nachri rishon ba'amud rishon. We only don't allow a guy to take a fire from another guy because it's a gezerah that you might end up taking it from the original guy. Right? The kasha that the olim could ask on this is, it's a gezerah legezerah. Okay, but that's Tosfos kasha. We're not going to get into that now. Yeah? Fine. Somebody's going outside a city, and he sees a light. If that city has Roiv Goyim, which would be our cities nowadays, so you would not be able to use that light. Roiv Yisrael Mevarach. But if it's Roiv Yisrael, then you would be allowed to. Hakuf Akasha. But it's a stira. This price is a stira. Amrit Roiv Nachrim Eina Mevarach. If you said that if it's mostly Goyim, you can't make a bracha, it's mashma that if it would be split 50-50 in the city, then you can make a bracha. For other Tani, im Roiv Yisrael Mevarich, and then you said if it's Roiv Yidden, then you can make a bracha. It's mashma, it's 50-50 and Mevarich. Right? So it's a stira. The price is in itself a stira. So the Gemara answers, but then really 50-50, you could also make a bracha. Since in the Reisha it said Rive, so it also said in the Sefer Rive. But if it's Mechza, you would be allowed to make the bracha. Okay? That's what I would think. Yeah. Yeah? Okay, bye. Now another case. You're going outside a city, you see a child, and he has a torch in his hand. Yeah? In some families, that would be more common than in others. Yeah, so you have to check after this kid. That doesn't mean you have to check to see after his parents. I mean, just you check im Yisrael, who, if the kid is a Yisrael, mevarich, then you can make a bracha on that torch for havdala. Im nachri, but if he's a guy, ain't a mevarich, then you cannot make a bracha. My ear yatina kafilu gadol now. So if that's the case, then what's the difference if it's a child, even if it's a gadol too? We're talking about where it's close to sunset. If it's a gadol, then it's obvious that he's a guy, because why would an adult Jew be walking around with a lit fire on Shabbos? Tinoik, Henry Yisrael, who maybe a Tinoik, it's possible that he is a Yisrael around Shkia time, and it just happens to be that he's walking around with a fire because he doesn't chap that it's muksa. right? Okay, so turn about again, another case. You're going outside the city.
So is shot that it's a guy or this guy's not from?
The what?
Say it's somebody who's not from.
Yeah.
Is shot that the fire is usher, that it's being done as like halacha, or is it that it's not a yid? Meaning, is it Busser Judaism, or is it Busser that it's usher to have the fire?
No, usher to have the fire. I mean, if you have a
then why would a kid help?
What? No, he didn't light. We're assuming he didn't light the fire. We're just assuming he's carrying the fire.
Uh-huh.
Why? I don't know. We're just assuming the kid knows not to light a fire.
All right.
Yeah. Fine. So Taner Rabban, he's going outside the city, and he sees a fire, right? So im ava kapi kivshon mevarach. If it's a very thick fire, then like what comes out of a stove, then you're allowed to make a bracha on it. V'imlav einu mevarach alav. And if not, then you're not allowed to make a bracha. Now, what's going on here is the question is, you can only make havdala. Havdala is meant for light, right? Because you want to use a fire that was created for light. So if you have a fire that was not created for light and it was for something else, like a kivshon, so then it shouldn't be able to be used for havdala because they didn't light the fire for light. They lit the fire to do whatever it is that they were doing with it, right? So he's saying, so if it's thick, right? So they're using it to make stones, Rashi says. Yeah. So then if it's a very thick fire, so then they're using it for light also, so then you could use it for havdala. But if it's not thick, then ain't because they're not using that for light. Tani chada, then we have another thing. Arshal kivshan mevarchan alav. We have a right on the or of the kivshan you are allowed to make a bracha. Tani idachem mevarchan alav, and the other branch says you're not allowed to make a bracha. Like kasha habetchila hada b'sayif. So one is talking about at the beginning of the fire, right? When when they first turn on the furnace, that's only to cook whatever it is they have to do. But in the end. But the end, once everything is used, and then they're still feeding it and it's still fire, then they're obviously using it for light. In which case, you can use it for havdala. We have a brisa that says, or of an oven and other type of oven, you're allowed to make a bracha on it. Like kasha, so again, the same answer. One is talking at the beginning, one is talking at the end. Right at the end, they're using it for light. In the beginning, they're just using it to cook, so you can't use it. Tani chada or shul beis haknesses. How about a light in a shul? Shul beis hamerish and a beis hamerish mevarchan alav. You can make a bracha on it, but tani idach ein mevarchan alav. We have another brisa that says you can't. So now the Gemara changes the teretz. The loy kasha adi ika adam chashuv hada leka adam chashuv. One is talking about a beis hamerish with an adam chashuv, and one is talking about where there's no adam chashuv. Right. So what does that mean? If there's no adam chashuv, then meaning when there's an adam chashuv, they turn on the lights. So therefore, it's only to show respect. It's not for them to see. It's not for them to have light. So therefore, if the candles are lit because there's an adam chashuv there, then you cannot use it for havdala. If there's no adam chashuv there, so the reason why they turn on the lights in the shul was to give off light. So therefore, you are allowed to use it for havdala. They're both prices talking about where there's an adam chashuv. But like kasha hada ika chazana hada leka chazana. One is talking about where there's a chazan there, one was no chazan. A chazan here doesn't mean a chazan. It means a guy that lives in the shul, like the shamish. Maybe the chazan too, if he lives in the actual shul. So if there's a chazan there, right? So then, what do you call it? Then he needs a light. If there's no chazan, then not. People are saying, or we could say they're both talking about where there was a chazan. Like kasha, one is talking about where there's light from the moon, and one is talking about where there's no light for the moon. Right? So therefore, meaning if you could eat from the light in the moon, they would never turn on the candles. Right? So they turn on the candle. If there's light from the moon, then you cannot make the bracha on the candles. If there's no light from the moon, then they clearly lit the lights in order to see something. So then you would be able to use it for havdala. Yeah. So the practical applications of all this is: can you use a fire? How about a yahrzeit candle? You have yahrzeit on Shabbos. You want to use that yahrzeit candle. Now, yahrzeit candle is not to give light, l'chayr. So then maybe you can't use that light for havdala.
And they make
Also,
giving light.
also if you have a pilot light, right? Here we go, Aaron Cowan, Bishalakim again. Right, you have a pilot light. Can you use a pilot light as your fire for havdala? A pilot light is not to give light; it's to cook. You would not be able to use the pilot light for havdala.
But Tiago, the yahrzeit candle is used for the yahrzeit.
I know, but it's not for light. It's not for light. I don't think it's for light. Right? It's for the neshama, whatever that stuff means. Okay, you're sitting in the base medrash. You are the.
No, I forgot.
Okay, you're sitting in the base medrash with you are lefneim, and then they brought light to them. Each and every person should make their own bracha on the ner. One makes the bracha for everybody. You should try and do with mitzvahs with as many people because it's a hiddur for the king. So Bishlam said the reason why they want to make one bracha so that everybody should be joined as one bracha. My time, but Beishamai, why does he say that each one should make it? Because he held because it's a bittul bismerish, meaning if every guy is going to have to make a bracha on the candles, then it's going to be a big bittul Torah. Rebbe Gamliel, they did not say merapa means gezuntheit in the bismerish, because of the bittul of the bismerish. Meaning, so bittul bismerish is a very important thing. Lamaisa we pass.
But it's also because Torah is a refuah.
What?
It's also because Torah is a refuah. That's why they don't say gezuntheit.
No, okay, yeah, Torah happens to be a refuah, but
that's what I heard.
You don't make it. Yeah, but here is the Gemara saying you don't do it because of the bittul of the bismerish. Right?
Uh-huh.
But Lamaisa, what do we paskin? So we the Litvish, they do Roiv Amadras Melech. Chassidim do not. Chassidim do it each one individually. Right? Now there's a fascinating Rebbe Kiva Egg here. You see the Gilyon Hashas? In mine, it's to the bottom left. Yeah, I think Rashi and Chumash brings it. So it's going on the Rashi that says that merapa means that when somebody sneezes in a bismerish, you don't say gezuntheit. So the Rebbe Kiva Eger says, "Who bepirke Gilyon Hashas is Rebbe Kiva Eger. Who bepirke the Rebbe Loza perik nun beis miyayim shenivru shamayim ba'aretz lo haya adam chayla elim haya b'derech hay b'shuk v'haya oitesh v'nishmasa yotze min nechira." Right, from when the world was created, nobody, a person wouldn't get sick. All they do is sneeze and die. Then the neshama would go out through their sneeze. Right? Until Yaakov Avinu came along and he asked for Rahmanas from Hashem. Until I be able to give it tzavah. Lefiko chayiv adam loimer be'etishase chayim shenever chamav asazel or shenever atishase tohal or. Meaning, because Yaakov Avinu davened to Hashem that people when sneezing shouldn't die, so therefore every time somebody sneezes we say gezuntheit or something like that because really we should be dead when we sneeze, right? So that's why. But the Gemara is saying that in Besmerish you shouldn't say it because of bittul Torah. Now that's assuming you never battle in the Besmerish, right? If you're sitting and battling, a guy sneezes, you could say gezuntheit. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Okay, fine. We don't make a bracha on ner some of a mason for the reasons that we just said, that they have to be there specifically for the purpose of havdala. My timer ner lekover hu davida. Right, the ner was meant for covered of the mace, right? Besamim lavure recha hu david, and the besamim is there to remove the bad smell of the mace, right? Not because you want something good smelling. So therefore, for havdala, we want something good smelling, and we want like we said, we want the ner to be there for light, not for covered. So I'm Rav Yudam, Rav Kol shemetzin lefanav b'yom v'layla him mevarchen alav, v'chol she'im metzin lefanav ela b'layla mevarchen alav. If by a funeral, if it would be if they would light candles at a funeral, whether it's day or night, which means it's somebody chashuv's funeral, so then clearly those candles are being lit not to give off light; they're there for respect. But if it would be a funeral where they only light the candles at night, then you would be able to use those candles for havdala to make a bracha on it. Amr Avuna, some shopes akise, some that for a bathroom with shemen, hasi lahaveras azuma, and oil that's meant to remove smell. Ein mevarchen alav. You don't make any brachas of bari besamim on it because it's not there to smell good. It's there to remove other smells. So the member of the chalich the lav l'reichavi the lav mevarchen ilave doesn't mean to say that any time it's not there to smell good, you don't make a bracha. If you go into a store that sells perfumes, and you smell the good smells, even if you sit there all day, you only make one bracha because you're sitting in the perfume place the whole day. But if you keep going out and in of the store, right? Again, Aaron Kaplan with the nichnas v'yotze, yeah? No, that's the shir that we just had. Then every time you go into the
Mamash a continuation.
That's right. Mavarech al kol pam pam. You make a bracha each and every time. So the Gemara says, Davida, it's not in the store. It's not meant for smell. Become a varech and you make the bracha, right? Now I don't get this kasha exactly because the teretz seems to be pasha. I mean, he's saying the Gemara is asking. You see that you go into a perfume store and you do make brachas, right? And there it's not to smell good. It's there to sell, right? So Gemara answers in Larechu Davida. It is for smell. It is for smell because you want them to come into the store, smell the good smell, say, "Hey, I want to buy it." Right? I don't get the Gemara's havdala.
Splitting hairs though. For base also, you want it to smell good, so you don't smell bad.
But that's not there to smell good. It's not like everything is neutral and let's do something that feels good to smell, right? So let's smell something so we feel good. To put a smell to remove a bad smell is not. There's nothing to break a bracha about, right? Okay, but here in the store, with the Gemara's havdala is that the store is there to be sold, and the Gemara says, "What do you mean? Even though it's there to be sold, it's there to actually make it smell good." Okay, if you're going outside a city and you smell something, yeah. If it's a city of Rav Goyim, you don't make a bracha. Rav Yisrael mevarach, and if it's a Rav Yidden, then you could make a bracha. Rav Yisrael says even if it's Rav Yisrael, you don't make a bracha. Because you have the daughters of Klal Yisrael, the Jewish girls are using sounds like they're making incense to do all sorts of kishuf. Yeah, I don't know. Are you saying that everybody's doing it for kishuf to the extent that you wouldn't be able to smell, you wouldn't be able to make a bracha? It's so we're saying that part of the people are using it for witchcraft, and some are using it to finish off kalim, meaning when you want to make your clothing smell good, so you put some incense on it, right? So therefore, because you have a miyat doing it for witchcraft, a small amount doing it for witchcraft and a small amount doing it for kalim. So therefore, if you put the two of them together, so then Roiv the lav the reichavet. So then Roiv the city is not doing it for smell. And since most of the city is not making these incense for smell, so therefore don't make a bracha on it.
1 + 1 = 4.
Yeah. So Amar Rav Chia about Amar Rav Yochanan Mahalach ba'arvi Shabbos b'Tveria u'motzei Shabbos b'Tzipuri. If you're going on Erev Shabbos in Tveria and on motzei Shabbos in Tveria v'reach reach and you smell a smell, ein mevarach. Don't make a bracha on that good smell. Because it's a chazaka that they're only using that smell is not there to make things smell good. It's just they're just using it to finish off their kalim and their clothing. If you're going in a shuk of a guy and you decide you want to smell the good smells, then you're a chayte because you shouldn't be smelling. That's obviously if you're smelling with intention of smelling. If you just happen to be walking through and you happen to smell, then it's okay. Fine. You're not allowed to make a bracha on a candle until you actually benefit from it. That's what it says in the Mishnah. Some Rav Yudah Marav Lo Yosu Yosef Mamish. We're gonna have Machlokes now in the Gemara what exactly it means to benefit from the light of havdala. So Lo Yosu Yosef Mamish doesn't mean that you actually have to benefit. Ela Kol She'ilu Aymin B'Karav U'Mishtamish Lo'ira Fa'afilu B'Richok Makom. It means as long as you have the ability that if you would theoretically stand next to such a flame, the flame of that strength, you theoretically would get hana from it, then you're fine, even if you're standing far away. Meaning you can have a guy 100 feet away from you. Does everybody have to run? Right, that's the whole issue here. Does everybody have to run and jump on top of the guy making havdala to exceed a candle, or is it enough that if theoretically you'd be standing next to the guy, you'd get benefits, and then you're okay?
That way they show their nails.
Well, we're going to get to the nails. We're going to get the nails.
What about like you see sometimes they have like an event, they do like a big havdala. Is that not good?
What do you mean? Why not?
I'm saying you could be far away from it. Like you could totally not, whatever, not near the guy at all.
No, so he's saying as long as theoretically, according to Rav Yehuda Marav, as long as you have the ability, if you would be standing next to the guy to benefit from it, then that's enough. You don't have to actually benefit from it.
You have to not turn the light off?
You don't have to turn the light off. That's
what about
partial. You don't have to turn the light off. Maybe we'll try and discuss. There's going to be another opinion coming up, but that's what his opinion is, that you don't have to actually benefit from the light. You just have to. The light has to be strong enough that theoretically you would benefit from it, which is pretty much every light. If you'd be standing right next to a guy.
Especially if it's a strong light. That's
Yeah.
the point.
Yeah, and then our minig is to use a torch, so then it's even better. So Meisre, they ask Kasha,
According to Ashi, you could even be far away.
according to the Gemara is saying right now, it can even be far away. Yes, Rashi is saying, explaining the Gemara. Rav Ashi? Not Rav Ashi. Yeah, I'm saying, but it's Rav Yehuda Rav Shita. Yeah, Meisre. That's the Kasha. If you have a ner that's hidden in your shoulder, or in a what do you call it? A glass. Or you saw a flame, but you didn't actually use the flame. Or you used the R, meaning you see the light, but you can't see the actual flame. You're not allowed to make a bracha until you see the flame and until you actually use the light. So what are these scenarios, and how do you have these scenarios? So how is it that you could use the light but you can't see the flame? So that's mishkakas law the kaim of Karen Zavis. That's where it's on a corner, meaning the guy with the fire is around the corner, so you can see the light and you can get benefit from that light. You just can't see the flame. But you see the flame and you're not using the fire. How does that work? Right? Lav de Merachka, isn't it that you are far away? Right? And therefore, and we're saying no, that it's no good. So you say, like you're going to Amya Azla. It's really where it's I don't know how you touch Amya. Amya Azla is that it's going
progressively dimmer.
It's getting the light is starting to not simmer. What's the word?
Dimmer.
No, there's another word. Sizzle, I don't know, whatever the word is. Meaning the light is starting to go out. Dimmer?
It's starting to wane. The light is starting to wane.
There you go. That's a good touch right there.
Flicker?
Very good. Flicker. We have flicker out here too. So it's starting to go out. So therefore you see the flame, but you're not getting any benefit from it because it's on its way out. Fine. So that's the first sheet. This is also in tonight's shir, okay? Coals that are loichashois literally means whispering. It means that they're going out. You can make the loichashois means they're actually whispering and they're burning. You can make a bracha. But if they're going out, you can't make a bracha on them. What's loichashois? Right? If the coals are strong enough that you'd stick a little piece of wood in there, that wood would immediately light. So that means those coals are very hot and they're giving off good light. Yeah. This we had tonight in the Shulchan Aruch with the Bishul Akum. Is it Aimimais or Aimimais? Tashma, Damar Rav Chisda Bar Rav Dimi, Harazim Lo Imamu Began Eloi Kim. So you see it's a lashon of with an ayin. Aimimais, which is the way the Shulchan Aruch and Bishul Akum calls it, also spells it with an ayin. Okay? For Rav Amar, now this is the other shita. Right? Rav Amar Yeosa Mamish, you have to actually benefit from the light. The kama, how much benefit? Amar Ula Kadeshiyakar Bein Issa Lapundion, you have to be able to tell the difference between, you have to have enough light that you can tell the difference between two types of coins. Chizki Amar Kadeshiyakar Bein Maluzma Shel Tveril and Maluzma Shel Tzipori. Also coins that you're able to tell from a coin from Tveri to a coin from Tzipori. Right? Rav Yehuda Mevarach Adavei Ada Daila. Rabbi Yehuda, who said before that you don't have to actually benefit from it, made a bracha on a light coming from the house of Ad, which is far away, Rashi says. He still was able to make Bayram Ereishon as long as he was able to see it, because as long as you theoretically would get benefit from it, if you were standing next to the guy, then you could use it. Rabba Mavarach Adve Guria Barchama. He made it on the house of Guria Barchama, which was right next to him. And Abai Mavarach Adve Baravua. And Abaya made it on the house of Baravua.
Isn't Rabba the one
right?
that you need to have benefits?
Right. So that's where he went from a house that was much closer. Right? Now, the Gemara, this is where it comes to take your fingers and fold it over. It comes from this Gemara. The Gemara doesn't discuss it, but the Gemara is saying basically what you're doing is you're going with your fingers like this. First of all, your thumb should be inside your fingers, right? I'm not sure that's like Alpi Kabbalah, why it should be inside your fingers. And then you are looking at you're really looking at the way the Torah brings it. You're looking at the crevices in your palm of your hand. That's where then you flip it over and go like this. And then you compare your nails to your skin.
Your hand,
yeah.
You fold your hand up.
Like that, yeah, because you shouldn't cover it all the way. You should do it more like this, so you could see the lines in your hand. Okay. And then you turn. Then you're fine. But many people also have to turn it over like this, right? And then you're comparing your nail to your skin to see the difference. And that would be the equivalent of what we just said here. The differences between the coins. Because otherwise, everybody's gonna have to start getting coins. I don't know. Maybe somebody should do it for a fundraiser. Get coins, havdala coins.
I have the coins.
You got the coins?
I bought them.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what we say with. That's what you're doing with havdala. Okay. But if you're standing right next to the candle and you know for sure you're going to benefit from it, you do not have to do anything with your hands. Right. That's why people that come jumping over the tops of people to put their fingernail, their fingers next, because they want to make sure they're benefiting from it. Yeah, fine. Yeah, and then the reason why some people shut the lights, right, is because they want to be able to for sure. Meaning, how do you make a bracha on a candle, if you have a light right on top of you that's on, right? So then you shut off the light. But again, the light is not shut off like what people think, so that you could benefit from the candle. It's just more of a shiloh that way. Okay. Fine. Another interesting halacha here. Ein mechazrin. This comes up a lot actually. Ein mechazrin al ha'or kederach shemechazrin al mitzvahs. You do not have to go after a candle for havdala the way you go after other mitzvahs. Meaning, lulav and esrog, which is actually an interesting, because in the Paiskim, in the Chachmas Adam, it's mashma that you don't have to go out. Meaning, do you have to go out of your house and look for a lulav and esrog, or if it comes to your house, you take it? If not. Let's say they don't have a lulav and esrog in your city. Do you have to order one from Amazon? Right? It seems that he's mashma that not, even though we be'etzim go after mitzvahs. Right? You're supposed to go chase mitzvahs. So what? It doesn't mean you have to be. If I have a lulav and esrog, I have it here. If I don't have it, I don't have it in my town.
But you have to spend.
That's true, but so what? It doesn't mean you have to travel. Okay. So here we're saying, the Gemara is saying that you're supposed to go after mitzvahs, but for ner havdala, you do not have to go. Right? Meaning, if you have fire in your house, good. If you're not, then just go right ahead and make havdala. And then if somebody brings you fire later, then you're fine.
Why? What's the shot? This one.
And same thing the other way around. If you don't have kids, if you don't have wine and you have nothing to make havdala, but you do have fire, make fire, and then it has nothing to do with havdala. But even though it's best if you know you're gonna get wine or you're gonna get a candle, then you should wait for the havdala. But if you're not sure, then not. Comes up a lot in the hospitals. People make themselves meshuga. They're in the hospital Shabbos, right? They make themselves meshuga to go find candles, and you don't have to. You're not mechuyev to. Yeah. And this way we paskin. When in the beginning we used to go around and check for fire. Since I heard from what Rav Yehuda Marav said, so I also don't go looking at Ella. If it happens to be that I come, then if it happens to be that I have a fire, so then I can make a bracha. And then I make a bracha. But if not, then I don't make it. Now, by the way, also you only make Barim Ereish if you're making havdala Matzah Shabbos. If you're making havdala on Sunday because you didn't have any havdala, there's no Eish and there's no besamim. Some is only from Motzei
Now,
Shabbos.
what's that noise behind you?
I have no idea. Somebody just walked in.
Oh, it sounded like somebody's banging something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I banged my cup for a minute. Yeah, I'm sorry. Misha Achel, yeah? Amar of Zvid. B'itamer of Dimi Bar Abba, Machlokes b'shokach. Okay, so now, so that's it. 1 second. Let's do havdala here. Also very Nageya. Had this shaila actually today also. If you forgot to bench, so how long do you have to bench for? So Amar of Zvid, B'itamer of Dimi Bar Abba, Machlokes. So we have Machlokes b'shami b'sil. Right? Was it Machlokes b'shami b'sil? Was it?
72 minutes, no?
Between Shabbos Hill, Arshel says it. One must return to the place where we ate them inside Berachos Mazon.
Right, Beshama says you go back to the place, and Basil says you can make the bracha where you are. Yes. Somewhere of Zid V'Tamer of Machlokes b'shokach. The Machlokes is where you forgot. But if you purposely left the place that you ate, then Divrei Hakol Yachzal Nukami. Everybody holds you have to go back. You have to go back and make a bracha. Pshita. The shokach tanan. It's pashut. It says if you forgot. It doesn't say if you did it on purpose. So Mao the same. Who I did not feel b'mezid. You would think no, the same. Halal is b'mezid v'adik. Tani v'shokach v'diach hakoich the beishamay. And this that it says v'shokach to tell you the strength of beishamay. That even though you forgot, you still have to go back. Kamash malon. That you don't have to go back if it's shokach. Yeah.
Or
no, it's a diach on the beishamay. I mean. No, you would have thought it's
right,
like it's
right.
You would have thought it is. It's not like the
and it's like the kodesh.
No. They both agree that if you did it b'mezid, you have to go back. My meaning Beis agrees to Beisham. Yeah, Tanya, Amrulem Beisham leBeis Debrechem. According to you, Mishocha B'Rosh Habira. Let's say somebody's eating in the top of a tower. B'Shokach, and he forgets V'Yarad, and he goes down from the tower. V'Loi Barach, and he didn't make a bracha. Yafsel Rosh Habira V'Yivarich. Does he have to go back all the way, climb back up to the top of the thing and make a bracha? Beisham said to Basil, according to you, if somebody left his wallet at the top of the right. This is a typical mashkiach or parent thing to tell you. Right? Did you get up? Do you get up? Did somebody give you money? Right? It's okay. So somebody. Yeah. Yeah, Misha Shokach Arniki Barosh Habir. If somebody forgets his wallet on top of the tower, Lo Yalavit Leno, the covered Atz, Lo Yalavit, he's not going to go get it. The covered Atzmehu Oil covered Shemayim like Kol Shekain. If he's going to go for his own covered, I don't know why that's covered, but if he's going to go for his own sake, so he shouldn't go for the covered Shemayim. Fine. So Hanik Trey Talmidi, there were two Talmid. Chad Ovid B'Shagig to Beishamay. One did the Shagig like Beishamay. V'Ashkach Arniki the Dava. And he forgot his wallet with gold in it. And one forgot it b'mezid kibesil v'achlei arya, and a lion ate it.
Meaning got in the back.
Yeah.
Is that what the saying?
Yeah, that's basically what it's saying.
They'll be marked like this.
Yeah. So Rabbi Amar have a kazal b'shayira. So Rabbi Amar was traveling with a how do you call it, shayara? A
entourage.
Caravan, thank you. He was traveling in a caravan with an entourage, whatever people, right? So he ate for Ishtali, and then he forgot and he didn't make Birchas Hamazon. Amar Hechi Avid. So what should I do? If he says I forgot to make Birchas Hamazon, Amar Li Baruch Hacha, they would tell me just bench right here. Right? Wherever you bench, you're benching Hashem. What's the difference where you are? Right? Mutav da'aminalu, it's better that I would tell them, I'm sure Yoina Dedava, I left my golden what's a Yoina dove. I left my golden dove back there. Amalu, Antarulita Ansha Yoina Dedava. He said, can you wait for me because I forgot to get my golden dove. Azul Baruch, he went back there and he made the bracha of Ashkach Yoina Dedava, and he found a gold dove over there. Even though he was really doing by Peshamah. Right? He was doing like Peshamah. Umayshna Yoina, the Masili Knesset Yisrael Yana. And the reason why Yana is because Knesset Yisrael, Klal Yisrael is compared to a dove. The Chsiv Kanfa Yana Nechba B'Kesef, V'Avriseh B'Yirakrak Chorutz, Ma Yana Eini Nitzalas Ela B'Knafeh, Af Yisrael Eini Nitzal and Ela B'Mitzvahs. Right, just like Yana is only saved with its wings, so Yisrael, Klal Yisrael is also only saved with its mitzvahs. Right? Fine. Ad Emasai.
The song of the Daf, Yaakov.
What?
Is the song of the Daf. The
Is it a song?
Yirak. Somebody made a parody about all the Jewish music videos, and they read the word Yirak Rock.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
post the link. Yeah.
Okay.
No jokes.
Oh, you rock.
There's also a song of Mayim, by the way.
Where's your
I know. I thought about my Yoina, but oh, you're right. That's the song.
Yeah.
Oh, Parrots beat you on that one. I mean, Shoyle beat you on that one, Parrots.
It's a what do you call it? It's a Schwabel song.
Yeah. Very good. Ad Amosai, who? It's not exactly those words, but fine.
It is those words.
No, but isn't it Af Yisrael? Oh, you're right. It is it. It is those words. Yeah. Very good. Fine.
Oh.
Yeah. Ad Amosai, who? Right. And so 2-1 can you bench? Meaning, if you got to bench, for how long afterward you finished eating? Right. So kama shear equal. How much is the shear equal? Equal means digestion. As long as you're not hungry, you can still bench. As long as you're still thirsty because of what you ate, then you're still allowed to bench. The shear equal is the shear of digestion is to go 4 milan, which is 72 minutes. Like kasha kan b'chila meruba kan b'chila mu'at. There's one is talking about where you ate a lot, and one is talking about where you only ate a little. So when you ate a little and you were never really full, so you get 72 minutes. But if you ate a lot and you're still full, then you can have a lot longer than 72 minutes.
pass it that way?
Yes, this is the way we pass.
So you have more than 72 minutes.
You do have more than 72 minutes.
Okay.
Rashi says achila meruba is 72 minutes.
What do you mean?
You said that the achila me'at is 72 minutes.
What is the rush?
Rashi says achila meruba dalan milan.
Right. So how should match be longer?
Or maybe thirsty is a very short zman. I don't know.
He's not talking about thirsty.
What did we say?
Uh,
It's a steer in Reish Lakish, right?
where is the Rashi?
Right. Like Kasha kan b'chila meruba kan b'chila mu'at. So Rashi says achila meruba.
Where is the Rashi? I
dalan
can't
milan.
find it.
Right after Yana and Nitzal is Halva Kampa.
Chilamru was Dalin Milan. Chilamru was Dalin Milan.
3 or 4 lines up from the Gauss.
Yeah, I see it.
It's Machlokes Rashi and Taisus.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's right. Right. It's Machlokes Rashi. Yes. Correct. Thank you. Yes, it is right. But I think I understand the Taisus. You understand it more better, if either way Taisus says it. But but either way, it doesn't make a difference in the psak. In the halach l'maisa, it doesn't make a difference because that's if you ate a little bit, then you if you're hungry, then you can't bench. If you aren't hungry, it doesn't make a difference how much you ate. Right? You could have somebody who's on a diet, he ate a little bit, he's full for 2 hours, so you can still bench.
And
right?
the suffix, can you rely on 72 minutes?
Yeah. Yes.
So then,
yes.
So
I mean, I guess in the case of
help,
suffix, yeah.
Is this where we get the between meat and milk?
No, I don't think so. Meat and milk digestion. Well, for you maybe you're the hour guy.
Yeah. Well, now maybe may have to go 72 minutes. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe it's a mill during the winter, 72 minutes. Ben hashmashes. I don't know.
The shaila in what you consider between meals.
That's what they want to say. Okay. Yeah. Bolam yain. Yeah. It's getting.
Can't wait, L'chaim.
What?
I can't wait till we finish the parak. L'chaim, everybody.
All right. L'chaim to you. Bolam yain. So then we better finish the parak fast. Take 72 minutes of your l'chaim. Yeah. Bolam yain. So if they got wine later, remember the Yisrael afagav the loy shama kula bracha. Aina doesn't mean that a Yisrael. Meaning because we said that a kusi makes a bracha. You only answer Amen if you heard him say Baruch Atah Hashem the whole thing, right? Mashma that a Yisrael, you can answer Amen even if you didn't hear the first part of bracha. Remember the Yisrael avgav the loishama kula bracha. I know the answer Amen. The loishama heichi nafik. If you didn't hear the whole bracha, how could it be yotza? Right? Meaning if somebody's being mitzvah me the bracha, how can I be yotza if I didn't hear the whole bracha? Amar chia barav b'shaloi achliman. That's where he didn't eat with them. Meaning you just want to answer Amen. That's someone where he didn't eat with them. Right? So therefore you are allowed to answer Amen as long as you hear the end of the bracha. grab and make the bracha. Grab and make the bracha, meaning jump and you be the one to make the bracha, because you get more schar if you're the one making the bracha, as opposed to be the one answering amen. The Mayim, the Mavarach Adif Miman Da'ani Amen, is what you mean to say is that somebody makes a bracha is better than a person that answers amen. The one who says amen is greater than the one who says the bracha. Right? In Shemayim, that is the way it is. Because the gulur you're on is the how do you say that? The generals or they must have champions, yeah. Whatever, the chashuvim of the army, right? Not the general. Sorry, the guys. You have the guys that are on boots on the ground, as they call it. Those are the guys that win the war. And then the gibarim yardanim. I'm sorry, those. Let's read the whole thing. You have the fancy guys that go down and they're just, shooting off their mouths, basically. And then you have the strong guys who actually take care of it, right? So therefore, we're saying in Shemayim, it's considered more kosher. But the bottom line is the ones that win the war, those are the ones that are winning the war for you. So that's the person actually making the bracha. Yeah?
How is he able to go ahead and make the bracha if whoever gets Mayim achronim is the one? You can't be chatzah.
No, but you can decide who gets a Mayim achronim. You can jump to get the person.
Jumping
First of all, I don't know why you're saying it's just kosher. No, I don't think this is about anything. I don't think this is the one who goes to mother. Yeah, because meaning because that's
but it's not about that. It's about whoever got.
Yeah, but I think this means also all brachas.
Why?
I mean, with chazan too. Doesn't this apply to chazan too? That should you not be the chazan? I'm saying, yeah, there it's a situation where you could grab it and then you grab the kois and then you are going to be the one that has it. Then you're right. So you're going to be really. You're saying you should really grab the Mayim achronim. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So
it's not telling kois of bracha.
So grab the Mayim achronim. All right. I hear. Anyways, Tanoi is Machlokes.
I could try if I'd go over there and mute a couple of people.
All right. It's almost done. Tanoi. The night is yet young in this house, my friend. Tanoihi. It's right. It's a Machlokes Tanoim.
If you find a way to mute those people, I'll give you a lot of money.
Yeah, you know what? You could donate the muzzles. How's that?
Surgical masks.
Well, my mother wasn't home, so there's no food on the table. Usually there's food so they could eat. So they could eat, so they're busy eating, so then they don't talk so much. Tonight there's no food. Anyways, okay. Tanoihi. There's a Machlokes Tanoim. The Tanya Echad Mavarach Echad Aina Amen B'Mashma. Right? It's Elisha Mavarach Yosmina Aina Amen. Right? They're both. It's the both. That's Shemar and Levarach Yosmina Aina. Amen. We go quickly to the Mavarach Yosef from the Aina. Amen. Okay. Can you answer Amen after children? You can answer Amen after everybody's brachas except for kids. So all they're doing is to learn. They're not actual real brachas. So what some place can say the eitzah to do is instead of saying because you want to teach the kids to say Amen. So how do you not? If the kid makes a bracha, how do you not answer Amen? Right? Maybe it's an Amen Yisayma even. So you say Amen, you make it sound like you're saying Amen, and you don't really say the Amen. That's what some places say. You say like Amen.
Amen.
Right, or something like that. That's only when they don't read the haftorah. But when a kid gets called up for haftorah, then you could make a bracha. You could answer Amen. Divrei Rav Zilai. Shemen is ma'akiv on the bracha. Remember we had this a bunch of blot ago. Yeah? Meaning they used to put oil on themselves at the end of the meal, right? After Mayim achronim to take away all the bad smells of the food. Right? So it's ma'akiv the bracha. So you wouldn't be able to make a mezuman until they bring this oil. It's not ma'akiv. Good oil is ma'akiv. Just like somebody who's disgusting can't do the avodah, so too yadayim mezuzah is a pasal bracha. So therefore you have to clean up your hands before you bench. I don't know any about any of these people, Zilai, Zivai, So Ela Masnisa Yadain. I know a Mishnah, a Brisa, I'm sorry. Damar Rav Yehuda Amar Rav, Amri Lav Masnisa Tana V'skadashtem Elu Mayim Rishonim. V'skadishtem, you should make yourself holy, that's Mayim Rishonim. But Yisem Kedoshim Elu Mayim achronim, you should be holy, that's Mayim achronim. Ki Kodesh Zeh Shemen, Ani Hashem Elokeichem Zu Bracha. So what he's saying is that you have a beferish a brisa that you're supposed to wash Mayim achronim, right? So Tosfos says that was in those days because of Melach Stoimus, right? It's an important Tosfos. If you want to not wash Mayim achronim, you're gonna need this. You need this Tosfos here. That's in those days when they had very salty food. But nowadays that we don't have salty food, so then you don't need Mayim achronim unless your hands are dirty. If your hands are dirty, then you're not allowed to bench, even Bizman Hazeh, because it's bizayin to bench and then get up and wash your hands, right? Okay. That was a long blot. All right, good enough. Now this next parak is no walk in the park. This next parak, there's a massive blot and a lot of hard translations and whatever it is. Okay, good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's definitely an interesting parak.
Okay, Yosef. Maybe you should give the shir, Yosef.
No,
I know. It's about the dreams and all that.
There you go.
Yosef, we got a picture of you doing the daf, so it's almost like you're live.
That's him and his.
Oh, yeah?
Well, Punja started doing it.
I know, we just saw. Wow.
Yeah.
You faked it enough for the picture.
Yeah,
Yep.
Put it in the paper. Yeah. All right, I gotta hang up because I gotta hear the guy got running late to.
All right, bye.
All righty, peace out, everybody.
Thanks.
All right, no, I'm not going to one.
Good night.
Good night. You want to talk to anybody now? Hold on.
Did anybody ever try Beyond Meat?